Yo, it's the King of Our Life podcast. We back. So touching the poet and my brother.
Oh man, son Solex up in here.
I had to hit him with that Hail Mary, baby. I had to hit him with that Hail Mary because he being too damn judgmental on here. And I gotta keep it real. But we gonna jump back into this body count business, yo. Hey, we look, we back into it. Look, bruh. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying. Look,
You make it sound so graphic, though. Jeez,
bruh,
man, you make it
look.
sound like she just did it and walked over and kissed.
But my point is this. This is my point to the whole thing. This is my point to the whole thing. You have a woman with a high body count, and you are judging her on that body count. But you have a dude who has a high body count, and she was in his rotation of body counts. But you're not looking at her the same way that you're looking at this woman with the high body count. And my thing, here's the thing that people like to say a lot.
All right.
When you have sex with someone, you have sex with everybody that they had, which I think is one of the dumbest things to say. I get it, but it's dumb. So when you take this woman who had sex with this dude who's had a high body count, that's just saying like she inherited his body count because she slept with him and he slept with a whole bunch of people. So my thing is, what is the difference?
I agree with you. That's kind of stupid to say you don't sleep with everybody else slept with. But again, in this particular situation, I can't judge her because she slept with a slut. She's not a slut. She slept with a slut. There's a difference.
I guess. I guess.
But look at it though. If she has, let's say, 4, and he has, 120 plus, that's a big difference. He is truly whole certified, slut certified, A1.
And she's attracted to sluts.
Maybe so.
What's going to make her good enough for you when she's attracted to sluts?
Her body count is only 4.
Gosh, I can't.
It's only 4. It hasn't even been broke in yet.
Oh, here's a crazy thing that happens in society, especially in our culture. And this has happened to me before.
All right.
I have dealt with females in my lifetime who have been accused of being out there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know her body count from a can of paint or whatever the case may be. Or maybe she slept with a dude that was out there. I have had females say, I can't mess with you because you used to mess with her. And it's like, what does that have to do with me? Oh, well, she slept with this person and that person slept with this, that. And it's like, what does that have to do with me? And it's always that thing of, well, if you slept with this person, you slept with everybody they slept with, and everybody they slept with, and everybody they slept with. And it's like, first of all, that logic is stupid because that's to say you slept with everybody that your person slept with and everybody they slept with and this, that, and the other. So it's like everybody on this planet has slept with everybody on this planet. So technically speaking, everybody on this planet is a slut unless they've never had sex at all. So body count really doesn't matter because if you really break it down, we've slept with damn near everybody that is of legal age in our bracket. We've slept with all of them. So how do you separate everybody's activities and single out this one person and say, you're good enough for me because technically, you didn't lay down with these people. But I'm going to judge you because you actually laid down with this amount of people. But you all still have to take into account, if we want to use this, whoever you slept with all these other people. So that means I'm sleeping with all these people too. So it really doesn't separate anybody from being acceptable to a degree.
My thing is this, right? Again, I can't judge a person for being out there. Like I say, I have a past. I've been there, done that, had my fun with it. But when it comes down to my personal preference of dealing with someone who's has a low body count to dealing with someone with a high body count, I'm going with the low body count. Even though the person with the high body count, they have far more experience and they probably going to be a whole lot more fun. I'll be honest with you. But the thing about it is, again, how you said that, some women that you've come in contact with would judge you based off of who you've been with because they've been with somebody else. That's the craziest thing ever to me. But
it's crazy, but we've all done it.
It happens, right? But I guess I'm one of those people who, to me, it makes sense for me not to be with someone who has a high ass body count in their long-term relationship. I can't do that. Again, it's not them per se. It's more or less me. Because I would feel I would have some trust issues. And although it was in their past, maybe they are in a space where they, don't do that anymore. But everybody knows who you used to be. So everybody would judge me based off of who you used to be.
But why would you let that bother you? Because, hey, the people who judge you can be judged.
Yes.
And it's like, here's the crazy thing about it. You have your own insecurities or reservations towards that. It could be because you've been burnt emotionally, trust issues, whatever the case may be.
Right.
Then you have people judging this person that you're interested in or judging you for being interested in that person. Yet, let's just say it's in a circle of your friends. They're judging you for liking somebody or whatever the case may be that has a high body count. And you know, in your circle of friends in the same town, that the dude that's talking the most trash has a chick that has a higher body count than you and the chick that you're interested in, and you're going to let that person's opinion keep you from talking to somebody because of what they think and what they're going to say and what they're going to judge?
It's not more or less them.
But that's what you said, what people think, what they're going to judge you on.
What I'm saying, when it comes down to where I am in life now, the status or the level I've worked hard for to get, when it comes down to business, if I'm working in that same circle and the person that I have on my arm is notorious for being a slut, that's going to affect how people see me within business. Not only within business, but my personal life. Like, wow, I thought your standards were higher than that.
That's an interesting, that even that part is an interesting outlook, because if you engaging in business and this person is bold enough to come out their mouth and say that to you, you don't need to be doing business with them at any point for any reason because that shows a lack of professionalism with that person. Who are they to even worry about who is on your arm? Because it sounds like if they're that judgmental about who's on your arm, then they cannot be trusted, period. I'm not going to trust if I'm doing business with someone or attempting to, and they come out of their mouth and say, well, damn, I thought you had better standards than that. And you got this woman on your arm who's been out there, this, that, and the other. It's like, first of all, you're out of line. Second of all, you're disrespectful. Third, that's none of your damn business. We are here to do this. We're not here to worry about what's going on in my personal life. And if you're holding my personal life against me, when it comes to that, there's no telling what you will hold against me. I probably would have got, I probably had 3, 4 speeding tickets. And if you're judging me off the woman that I have on my arm, then you're going to judge me because I got 3 speeding tickets. And you're going to say, well, man, you got 3 speeding tickets. So that's telling me that you don't like to follow the rules. And you'd be like, well, shit, that happened like 10, 15 years ago. It don't matter. You have a track record. So that's where it's getting me at because anybody who judges me on my body count, anybody, period, I don't care who they are, I'm not messing with that person because that's none of your business. Because I know you have a past, I know you have a life, and I know you have a body count, and I know you've done things that you probably look at and be like, damn, shit, I had a wild body count back in the day, but I'm changed now. So anybody who has an opinion about my body count, I'm not messing with them. I'm not going to hold this against this woman who's on my arm who I'm interested in because she got a body count. That's her past. Her past is no one's concern when it comes to who I want to court.
So let me ask you this then. Would you be in a serious relationship with someone who's previously been in the porn industry?
Um, Probably no. and and I say that porn was her job. That was her job. She got up every day to have sex. That was her life. Outside of that, she was having sex with her man or whoever. No, I wouldn't date a porn star because I'm not interested in porn stars. And most of the porn stars that I look at it like this. I'm not worried about her body count. I'm worried about me being able to satisfy her sexually because I've seen what she's been doing on screen. And it's like, I can't follow behind that. I just can't. I get up with you and you going to work and you slobbing on somebody else. And I see you doing that. And then you're coming home and slobbing on me. Now, I've seen you on screen making all these noises, this, that, and the other. And this joke is like 4 or 5 inches longer than me. It's like, that's different. Now, if you the average chick in the same town as me and you got a body count, this is not what you're doing every day. Your body count is not your job, just like my body count was not my job. It just so happened that I like to have sex. You like to have sex. It's totally different. It's 2 different arenas.
But that was her past, though.
That was her
She
job.
did that
her
in the
past
past.
job. That was her
But she's
past
not like that
job.
anymore. She
That
she
was her
she could be a
job.
good outstanding citizen. You know, that what she
That's
did
still
could have been 10,
different.
15 years ago.
That's still different. And the biggest, and the other big difference for me is a lot of them have fake breasts and fake asses,
But
and I'm not into that.
that's being judgmental though.
It's not being judgmental. I don't want a woman who does not have a natural body.
Just like I don't
That's
want
just
a
me.
woman with a large body count.
Realistically, let's be
That
realistic
is
right here.
realistic.
What is too many for you?
To put a
And
number
let's
on it?
get a realistic number. What's too many for you?
Are we talking about back then or are we talking about now?
Well, I would hope that when you met a woman, her body count is not still growing.
I'm meaning like back in, let's say, my 20s as opposed to now.
To this day, right now,
What's
I don't
what's the
care. I
number?
don't care what you look at. When you look at from today, back through your whole life, what is too many for you?
Hmm. For a woman that I'm in a serious relationship with.
No, for a woman, period. Because you don't know if you're going to be in a serious relationship with a woman.
Oh.
When you meet a woman and she says, my body count is this, what is that number that says, nah, it's too many?
Can't believe you put me on the spot like this.
I got to put you on the spot.
Oh. I hadn't even thought about it, right? I really hadn't even thought about it.
And this is why I'm saying, that's kind of crazy because when you meet someone, you're not automatically thinking serious relationship. You may look at her and be like, oh, I can see myself with her for, building with her and we'll see what happens. That's where your head is going to be at. You're not going to say, all right, I see you, serious relationship. What's your body count? That's not what you're doing. So when you meet a chick and y'all start talking and the conversation start getting, free and y'all talking about body counts, what is that number that you're going to be like, we got to stop talking now? Or, you know what? Your body count is this, so we can only have fun. What is that number?
If I had to put a number on it, this day and age, meaning right now in the present, I say anything over 12. That's gonna be too much.
Wow.
Hell yeah, that's gonna be too much for me.
12?
This day and age, hell yeah. Anything over 12, that's gonna be too much for me.
So you're telling me that
Wait,
any
hold on now,
woman
hold
that
on. And this is for a serious relationship leading to marriage.
but no, you can't do that. When you first meet a chick, you're not saying serious relationship leading to marriage. When you meet this woman and y'all start having conversations and y'all talk about body counts, it got to be a number at that point that says we can't go no further than this conversation or these 3 dates.
I mean, but the thing about it is there are certain women out there who've only been with one man their whole entire lives.
I don't care. That has nothing to do with what your body count limit is.
So the point that I'm making here is there are women with low body counts that still exist.
But that's not the point. That is not the point. When you meet a woman, what is that number that she says and you say, nope, we can't go no further than this? Or the only thing we could do is jump in and out the bed and that's it. What's that number? 12 is that number?
That's the thing, though. It has to apply to different circumstances.
No, it can't apply to different circumstances.
Yes, it has to. Because again, we're talking about having fun and being in a serious long-term relationship.
You're not meeting a woman off the break and say serious relationship.
No.
If you are, you're crazy.
No, exactly. But again,
So
if I
again,
was to,
when you meet this woman and you are talking to this woman, your conversations have to decide which road you're going to take. Her body count comes up after the third date. And this is going to be the determination whether you pursue going to a relationship or say, I got to walk, or we can just have fun. You can't sit there and say it depends on the search situation or whether it's going to be a long term relationship or if we just go. No. What is the number that she says that's going to tell you, all right, I can't be in a serious relationship with you?
12.
12.
12.
So a woman that's had 12 or more bodies in her lifetime is a no.
It's going to be a no fly zone.
What? Are you serious?
You damn right I'm serious. Serious as a heart attack.
At damn near 50, a woman that's had 12 or more bodies is too many.
Damn right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to call
and again,
somebody.
We're talking about this day and age. We're not talking about like when we were young, like when we were in our.
It doesn't matter.
Years.
She wasn't born at the age of 40. She wasn't born at the age of 45. You're talking 12 bodies throughout her entire lifetime.
Yes, I am.
It doesn't matter when the times was. She could have had 12 bodies in high school, which was 20, 30 years ago. And she says, yeah, well, I had 12 bodies, but that was in high school. And I haven't had anybody since then. You still going to say no?
Yes.
Wow.
Still going to. The answer is no, Chuck. The answer is no.
Wow.
I cannot take you serious in a long-term relationship.
She had 12 bodies in high school.
Damn sure did.
And y'all are 30 years past high school and you can't take her seriously.
Nope.
Somebody done broke your goddamn heart in half.
You act like I'm wrong for having a standard.
That is unreasonable.
I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. And I'll tell you why, right? I remember one time I was at work. Just when I worked in a manufacturing plant. And we were sitting at the table or our lunch table, and it was a bunch of men, you know, there weren't any women in there. We were all working on night shift. And we got to talking about our, you know, how many women we think we've been with. Mm-hmm. And we had this older gentleman in there with us. I think at that time, that dude, he had to be maybe about 68. I say in between 68 and 73. Mm-hmm. And we started raffling off, you know, our numbers. You know, one guy, I'm pretty sure when he said he's been with about 300, I'm pretty sure he's at that number because he just went through women like that. But anyway, the older gentleman that was sitting at the table, he was looking at us in pure amazement. And he was like, well, damn, I think I've missed out on life because I've only been with one woman my whole entire life. And that was my wife until she passed away. And at that moment, when he said that, I don't know about the rest of the guys, but I felt about that freaking big.
Why?
Because the thing about it is he, for his circumstance, his situation, he fell in love with his high school sweetheart. And they got married right after high school until the time she died. They had only been with each other, one person, their whole entire life. And it goes to show you that real love still freaking exists.
Real love can exist if somebody had 12 bodies in their life.
But what I'm saying is to meet someone and to only be with one person for that amount of time in your lifetime, that was the dopest thing to me ever. As opposed to us, you know, meaning the rest of the guys sitting at the table, you know, our numbers were crazy compared to his. One person, your whole entire lifetime. That is freaking amazing to me.
Kudos to him.
I couldn't do anything but tip my hat to him. Like, you the man. You know how much loyalty that takes? How much self-restraint that takes? Like, that's, again, my personal opinion, that's dope.
So essentially, what you're saying is a person who's had several bodies doesn't have restraint or loyalty.
I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying was, for him and his situation, I thought that was dope.
But what does that have to do with you and your body count limits? And why did that make you feel small?
Because he was able to find something at a very young age that I think everybody at that table was actually looking for, which was someone to love them as they are, or for who they are. He
Okay,
found it
so
at
they
a
met.
very young age, whereas the rest of us, we were out here searching for what he found in high school.
Y'all niggas wasn't searching for what he found in high school because y'all was jumping from chick to chick. You cannot. Here's the thing: you cannot find what he found in high school if you are holding on to past hurt, unable to open up emotionally and be available to someone like that. And if you are practicing jumping from chick to chick because you think you king dong.
But you got to look at the situations.
I am looking at the situations. We all could have done that, but a lot of us chose not to.
No, we couldn't have.
Why not?
Because we all didn't find that special someone while we were in high school.
You gonna tell me that you was looking for that in high school?
I think everybody's looking for love, no matter what age you are.
How many women did you have in high school?
Are we talking about that I slept with, or that I had a relationship with?
It don't matter. Relationship slept with, because at some point in high school you wasn't laying no meat, but you was jumping from chick to chick for whatever reason.
I would hate to lie to the audience, man. I couldn't even tell you how many females I had when I was in high school. I was young and doing my thing, bro. So
right,
for me to sit up here and tell you, I had this many or that many, I'd be lying to you.
And when you look at different circumstances, you're looking at a man who came up in a different period
entirely
in life than us.
So that's why I'm sorry.
So what you're looking at is you're looking at a generation who wasn't as hot in the ass as we were. Period. That's what you're looking at. So when you look at generational changes, you're least likely to find what he found in high school. You're least likely to find a woman with less than 12 bodies. Period. And the other thing that I look at when you talk about that is a woman can have bodies, but she ain't necessarily have to lay down and do anything with them. Again, like I said in the beginning, this woman could be seen with 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys, and everybody's, oh, she's always with a different guy, this, that, and the other. It don't mean she's sleeping with the guy, but because she's been seen, you're saying, no, I can't mess with that because you got a track record of always being with a dude. And it's like, they could have been friends. They could have been cousins. They could have been this. They could have been that. Nobody knows. But because that perception is there, nah, I can't rock with that.
But here's the thing, though. Again, like you said, that was his time era. So that particular situation, it benefited him throughout the course of his life to be with one person.
Maybe.
We'll finish this on the next segment.
Yeah, man. King and I Life podcast. Boy, look here. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is the King and I Life podcast, hosted by myself, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother, Son Soul X, in his joint. Check it out. Hit us up, www.kingandilife.com, for all our podcast info. Subscribe to whatever podcast platform that you choose. Also, hit us up, KINGANDELIFE EYE369@gmail.com. Email us your suggestions, your feedback, and all that good stuff. Tune in to us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And make sure you like, subscribe, and share, because we are all over all those social media platforms. Stay tuned for the good stuff. Yeah, we out.